How old are you?
58.
Why were you fearful before starting the program?
I think I have a very bad habit of starting things and never seeing them through. And that's what made me fearful. And if you give up what you're looking for, you'll never achieve. So it's a waste of time. At the end of the day, if you don't do it, you don't get nothing from it. So you have to be accountable to you. It'll help me really learn to appreciate what I'm working with, what this does for me, not just physically, mentally. It gives me that kind of goal to stick to. And it gives me a sense of confidence that I can do it. It's not such a hard task.
Accountability is powerful.
I feel it in the back of my legs, back of my thighs, inner thighs. I feel them in my upper arms, lower arms, definitely the glutes. And I feel it in my core.
Okay. And what do you feel in these areas?
Tightness, it getting stronger. It's not like I didn't feel anything before when I started. I didn't feel anything, but now I can feel muscles being developed. And I'm happy where I'm at in the process of it.
If you're suffering from weight gain, lack of motivation, and staying inconsistent with your fitness, depleting your body confidence, in this video, I'm talking to a client of mine who's lost weight in just 8 weeks, toned up, built that body confidence, self-confidence, and that routine back in her fitness. Join me in this conversation on how she did it while being in her late 50s. Coach Adam.
Let me ask you this. What was the most fearful part before starting this program?
Not being able to stick to it. Mentally, I felt I wouldn't put into it getting the results I want, And now that I've gotten into it and started feeling my body change and enjoying that, it's like, okay, I got to do this. I want to do it.
So the results that you're getting is motivating you further.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. It's giving me a level of confidence too in myself to say, okay, I like what I'm looking like. Even though it's not fully developed, it's getting where I'm happy. And I'm happy where I'm at in the process of it.
Why were you fearful before starting the program?
I think I have a very bad habit of starting things and never seeing them through. And that's what made me fearful. I'll give up. And this wouldn't let me give up. It's like, okay, you're putting yourself out here, you're putting your time in. You have someone who is there putting their time in it for you, and you can't give up. And if you give up, what you're looking for, you'll never achieve. So it's a waste of time.
When you said that you've never been the kind of person that follows through with things.
I always let something get in the way or find a reason not to. An excuse. It's just an excuse. I never get back to it.
And is that an excuse because things get hard, or is that an excuse that it's something that you were never interested in finishing?
I think it gets hard for me. It gets hard.
Were you ever taught by anyone on to follow through on your promises that you make to yourself?
That's a good question. I can't say for certain that I've been taught that. I'm gaining that wisdom because in doing this, it's like you have to be accountable to you. At the end of the day, if you don't do it, you don't get nothing from it. So you have to be accountable to you. And that's how I look at it. And I'm taking that kind of mental thing and applying it to other places in my life. So
give me an example where you're applying that right now.
I'm applying it in accomplishing my tasks that I have to do during the day. Like at home, I need to do this. I need to take care of this. I sometimes I can do that tomorrow. No, you need to do this and get this done today because you said you were going to do it and you're going to do it. So that's how it's worked for me.
It's not easy, is it?
No, it's not. And for me, I'm holding myself accountable for saying you're going to do this and getting it done, as opposed to you're going to do this and disappointing myself by not getting it, because it becomes a disappointment.
Let's take a pause here. I want to know what resonated with you in this conversation. And again, make sure you hit like and subscribe so you can continue helping me grow this channel so I can put more value out where I can help people with their mindset and their fitness and body confidence. And again, if there's something that you want to know in terms of how I can help you, maybe it's a body part, maybe it's a fitness routine, maybe it's body confidence and self-confidence, I'm going to drop a comment with what you need help with. Let's continue.
So the fact that you have to stick, you're holding yourself accountable to stick to the workout that's on the program, that's on the schedule, you're avoiding disappointment.
Yep.
And what's the byproduct of sticking to the workouts and avoiding disappointment?
I think It'll help me really learn to appreciate what I'm working with, what this does for me, not just physically, mentally. It gives me that kind of goal to stick to. And it gives me a sense of confidence that I can do it. It's not such a hard task. If you make your mind put it in a hard task category, it'll feel that way. But it's not hard if you know you're going to stick. If you get it done, you get through it. There's sometimes I've been through the workout and be like, oh, I got 4 more to do, but I can do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to do this. I'm not going to let go. I'm going to complete the whole set.
Yeah, but there are a lot of women out there who've never been taught on how to follow through with the word. They continue to skip workout. They continue to actually deplete their own self-trust within themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Because you already know that when you don't fulfill promise you keep to yourself, your subconscious mind now stops trusting your own self. So the next time you try on another project in your life, whether it be a relationship, whether it be a promotion, whether it be a house renovation, whether it be a creating a family, whatever it is, when things get tough, people are they have a tendency to move forward and leave and jump ship, because not everyone's taught how to follow through. In fact, majority of the people are not taught to follow through.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you were lucky enough to play sports and you were born to a set of parents that always taught you what to do, but it's not a common thing.
Mm-mm.
You somehow learn it. I had to learn it because I had 2 good mentors in my life.
Right.
So they called me out on it. And life taught me many lessons where I'm like, you know what? Every time I skip what I tell myself, I feel like an a-hole.
Yeah.
I feel like I've let myself down.
Mm-hmm.
I feel guilty. I feel regret. I don't like feeling this.
Right. I agree.
Now it's come to a point where my muscle is so strong. My word to myself is so valuable that if I don't do it, I'll get sick, but it doesn't happen.
Right.
Like I won't sleep that night.
Yeah, because it sits in your spirit, I think. And you're like, you want to be that person that says, I can own up to what I need to do for me on that level where I keep my word to myself. I can trust myself. I'm not giving up on myself, especially when you come from a background of that kind of disappointment and you feel that those feelings of regret and whatever, it becomes a weight, I think, to carry, and you get tired.
Well, your spirit weighs down and you build up those emotional toxins in your body.
Mm-hmm.
And why the hell should you trust yourself when you've let yourself down 500 times in your life?
Right.
The other thing is, how does someone who's in your former position, you've been on the program for roughly around maybe 2 months, maybe a little bit more, but how does someone get started? Someone who's 2 months younger than you, how does she get started? Let's say she's around the same age, in their 40s, in her 50s, has had a lifetime of disappointing herself, not sticking to her workouts. How does she get started?
I think you really got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm going to do it. You got to make that kind of contribution to yourself and kind of promise to yourself that I'm going to do it, no matter what. It goes down to when you look at the disappointments of not accomplishing it, to really making up in your mind, this I'm going to accomplish. That's the only way you can get started. If you don't make that kind of commitment to it, it's another disappointment. It's another way.
Accountability is powerful.
It is. It really is.
Staying accountable to me and having my guidance, and you have already done that mirror conversation before coming to me, that's the marriage. I'm moving forward no matter what. I'm reaching out to the best person that's suited for me. Boom. You provided me the structure. You provided me the expertise. Now I'm holding myself accountable to you. It's the marriage.
Definitely.
Let me ask you this. You said 2 months ago before you started this program that you wanted to feel more confident. At the end of the day, most people, 99.9% of the people that come to me, if it isn't a specific issue like a knee problem, back problem, postnatal weight loss, most people come to a personal training, a coaching program, an accountability program, and a mindset program to feel more confident within their body, their attitude, and within themselves. After being on this program for 2 months, what is your definition of how confidence is built?
I think confidence is built when it no longer matters what other people might say or think of you. When you go home and you look in the mirror and you say to yourself, I'm good, I'm okay. I'm not where I want to be, and that's nobody else's business but mine. I'm not cocky with it. I'm not flaunting it. It's my own personal achievement, which makes me feel even better.
But how did you get to that is my question.
By seeing the changes.
By doing the work.
And feeling it physically and seeing, and that's how I got there. and saying, wow, I haven't felt this way in a long time. And I like it. I mean, I knew I would like it, but I really like it. And there's small achievements, but I like it.
Yeah, yeah. When you're starting to feel strong, toned, when you're starting to do the reps, your body's changing, your energy's changing, your posture changing. The way you stand is different. The way you walk and carry yourself is different.
Definitely.
When you say something, your tone of voice sounds like you stand behind what you're saying. You start feeling good, your confidence goes up. But don't forget, confidence is also earned by doing the reps and the sets.
Absolutely. You can't be confident if you're not doing what you're supposed to do. And I don't think you can be confident if you don't truly feel it and you don't see it for yourself. You can't.
How old are you?
You're lying.
How old are you?
58.
When's your birthday?
March 14th.
What's your goal for your birthday? For your body and your mindset?
My goal for my birthday, it would be to really, I would love to get my core to a nice little thing. I like it to be straighter. That would be wonderful. I'm just to be able to stand up straight, my posture be good. I would love that.
Okay. We'll give you that birthday gift. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're going through same body, confidence, or fitness challenges and struggling with your fitness, I want you to go to my website below, click on where it shows a strategy button, click on that, fill out the questionnaire, and you and I can schedule a Zoom call and have a conversation about what I recommend you to overcome your challenges with fitness and body confidence. Until next time, Coach Adam, stay strong.